everyone, I'm Sarah from Everyday Starlet. Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to do a fall how I do my base makeup video. This is kind of the look that I have when I'm sort of transitioning from my summer bronzed glow into slightly cooler weather, and I still want to feel a little bit more sunny and glowing, but not like full on summer glow. So I'll call it my transitional base makeup look. I actually have a how I do my base makeup video that is so old. I think it was actually with my old camera even. It's like not great quality, but it has been like blowing up lately. I don't know why all of a sudden it got so popular, but I just thought, you know what, I really have to do an updated how I do my base makeup video. I'm actually thinking about maybe doing like one every season, kind of showing you how I update my makeup. If you want to see that, give it a thumbs up. But if you want to see how I got this fall glowing everyday base makeup look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm starting with clean moisturized skin, and I'm going to use a primer that I did not want to love because it's so expensive. I got this in my swag bag from Gen Beauty. It's the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer, oil free. I'm kind of loving it, I gotta admit. Ugh, I don't want it. I don't want it. I feel like a child. I'm like, I don't want to love it because it's so expensive, but oh, it just feels so smooth on the skin. It's a lot of money for primer, but you know, I feel like priming and like base makeup is really where you should spend your money, because that's the stuff that sits on your face all day. You know, I mean, you get a great deal on like, you know, drugstore mascaras or, you know, drugstore lipsticks or something. I mean, because there's great options there, but when it comes to like stuff that goes on your face, I feel like that's where you splurge. So this is the part where I double prime, and yes, it's excessive, but for me, I feel like it's necessary. What I've been doing is I go in with my original primer, which sort of just smooths out my skin, and then I go in with more of an oil controlling primer because my T-zone gets very shiny and I have a lot of pores on my T-zone. So I go in with the Cover FX Custom Blot Drops, and you can use these in a lot of different ways. Here's one thing I don't like about this. I don't know, the dropper part does not work really well for this product, I feel like. I feel like it's hard to control, it's hard to get the right amount. Sometimes I feel like maybe there's like an air hole in mine so that it doesn't, I don't know. I've been having trouble with the packaging on this, but I do really enjoy the product. And I kind of focus that on the T-zone. There's several different ways you can use this product. You can mix it in with your foundation, which I have done. I like it using it this way as like a primer myself. They also claim that you can use this like over your makeup to like blot. I haven't tried that yet. I haven't had the guts to try that yet, but for every day, I've been using the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer in oil free. It's broad spectrum SPF 20, and I am in the shade Blush. All right, if you've been following along with my channel and you saw my like sheer lightweight foundation review, you know, I had mixed feelings about this. When I first tried it, my skin, like I kept staring at my skin throughout the entire day. Like I looked in my mirror and going, ooh, my skin is gorgeous. At the end of the day, my skin felt very shiny and greasy, and I was really on the fence about it. Since then, I've been using this almost every day because I just can't help how perfect it makes my skin feel, and for just a tinted moisturizer, really impressed. That's part of the reason why I like to prime with it. Normally with a tinted moisturizer, you wouldn't necessarily need to prime. With this, I usually feel like I do. I feel like, but with any tinted moisturizer, I feel like I do. Like my skin just gets very shiny. I have large pores, I have combination skin, very shiny T-zone. I need to prime regardless of what I put on my face. And that's why I've been really liking the custom blot drops. But really, I feel like if you have a tendency towards oily or combination skin, but you really want something like this that is a moisturizer, but glowy, but just try to make sure that you put something underneath it or mix something with it that is more oil controlling. That's my tip. Yes, this is very glowy. It already is on its own. It gives my skin a gorgeous glow. But I've kind of been, I don't know, feeling the like over excessive glow. I don't know about the rest of you. So I kind of fell into the hype of the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops. I've mentioned the Sun-Kissed one before. I think I was using that one as kind of like a liquid bronzer over the summer. I actually have been trying Moonlight, and I've been mixing this in with my foundation. It's like liquid metal, so you don't need very much. I just add a dab of it. But I do feel like when you mix it in with your foundation, it's not as dramatic as if you were to just like put it on your face straight. When I mix it in with foundation though, I feel like, it makes me feel like Jaclyn Hill, which I love. I mean, who doesn't want to feel like Jaclyn Hill? I mean, it just, because she always has that like glow, like just that like stunning, gorgeous glow, and I feel like her when I just want to walk around and be like, yes, like I just, oh. Some can call it excessive. I call it perfection. I just like to apply makeup. I just dab it all over my face. Most people, I feel like, use a tinted moisturizer because they want an easy way out. And I treat my tinted moisturizers, my sheer foundations, everything, I treat them just like I treat a regular foundation. Why? Because that's just what I do. So the glow with the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer and the glow with the Moonlight, it's just gonna make my skin really glowy. Okay, next I'm going to go in and cover up my dark circles because that's normally what I would do next. I have a whole video about covering up my dark circles, so I'm gonna speed through this because you can watch that video if you want to see my in-depth details on how I do my dark circles, but I always cover up my dark circles. Okay, and I'm gonna go all over my makeup. Actually, normally I would have beauty blended my base makeup before I did my dark circles, or did my dark circles, covered up my dark circles, but I don't know, today the brush did a really good job, so I don't know. I go over everything with the beauty blender, like every cream, occasionally powders, but not usually powders as much. I use a beauty blender for like everything. Okay, next I'm gonna go in and powder. I like my RCMA No Color powder. It's just my favorite. It's like the only thing I'll use under my eyes right now. I haven't found anything better to use to set my makeup under my eyes. And I don't bake. I'll bake cookies. I know, bad joke, whatever. But I don't bake my makeup. I've seen a lot of videos on how to do it. I've tried it. For me personally, just not a fan. Now, even though this is a base makeup video, I thought I would include my eyeshadow base. Lately, I've been using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and honestly, I dab that on my lids, and you can rub it in with your finger, you can rub it in with a full-size beauty blender. I have been kind of applying it, spreading it around my eyelid with a teeny tiny beauty blender. It is completely not a necessary purchase. You can use a full-size beauty blender for something like this. I had this, I bought it when it was hyped up, and I was like, you know, I have to use it for something, and I find it works really well for something like this. So if you have it and you haven't figured out some, you know, way to use it, I would use it for something like that. If not, you can honestly go in with the tip of your regular beauty blender and we'll do the same thing. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more RCMA powder on a big fluffy brush. I'm just gonna go all over just to set everything. I personally need to set my makeup with a little bit of powder, or else I just get way too shiny and it shifts and it's a big mess. If you're really dry naturally and your makeup doesn't tend to shift around, then you can skip it. That's, you know, it's personal preference, but me, I need my powder. I have cut back though. I used to like legit like pile it on and then brush it off. I've calmed down on the powder, I have to admit, but I still need it. Next, I've been going in with a contour, and I'm sorry, I just cannot find a better contour shade than the NYX HD Blush in Taupe. If you're fair-skinned, cool-toned, and you find most contour powders to be just too warm for you, pick it up. It's so affordable. And I just kind of go in anywhere that I want to kind of make smaller or make recede. This is probably not the ideal brush, but I do find I get a more of a natural look when I use a fuller brush, and I just try to make sure I don't have too much product on it. And then I just kind of go right down the edge of my nose on each side. I just feel like it gives me a little bit more of a natural look than if I were to go in with a detailer brush. And I'm just gonna blend that all in. Anywhere where I think there might be a harsh line, I'm just gonna blend. Now I'm going to take my trusty Hourglass Ambient Light palette. I believe this is their original palette, which I still can't get enough of. And I'm gonna take the center shade, which is Incandescent Light. It is actually one of the shades that's only available in the palette. And I dust my face, concentrating on the center of my face, but it's such a subtle lit from within highlight. I don't stress about it getting in other places on my face. Next, I'm gonna go in with my favorite highlighter ever, Holy Grail status, my Becca Moonstone. The most perfect natural highlight if you are a pale skin girl. In the summertime, I'll use like the more of like the cream liquidy version. Put it anywhere that I want to highlight my face. Yes. Now, I've mentioned before I take or leave blush. Sometimes I just completely forget about it, and I'm perfectly okay with that. My cheeks are naturally really rosy, so especially when I'm using something more lightweight like a tinted moisturizer, the natural rosiness of my cheeks is gonna come through, so I don't stress about it too much. But if I'm feeling special, I'll go in with my Tarte Exposed, most natural blush. I have a dupe for it. I have a video about a dupe for it, which I will show you. I just go in with this one though, but the dupe is great too. Just on the apples of my cheeks, just to give a little bit of color. And that's my base makeup. I'm actually gonna put on the rest of my makeup and then I will check back in with you. And here is the finished look. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. Be sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you join me next time. So when you get the box, you open it up. Oh, hey, beauty. Why are you reading this? Unbox me already. I think it's cute. The packaging of this whole thing is just super cute.